909. What's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, so we are going to be discussing while we play Resident Evil 4, discuss John Durgan's horror novel,
Oh, break's over, I suppose.
The Cursed Among Us, and Jeff Manipace's novel, Caleb, which is a sequel to his first Caleb novel. The second one is called Caleb Atonement. So yeah, let's get this stream started. I forgot how to do everything. Oop. That does that. That does that. Oop. That loads. That does that. That does that. That does that.
Why not treat yourself, mate?
I think I already got everything I need.
Welcome. Will do. Welcome.
So John Durgan's novel, A Cursed Among Us, is for fans of, if you like, I'm streaming just so you know, are for fans of Stranger Things, the TV show on Netflix. Yeah, it involves the same type of stuff, like, you know, Stranger Things involves a group of kids in the 80s getting involved in a town-wide conspiracy, battling an evil monster. That's sort of the same for A Cursed Among Us, except less with sci-fi and more with supernatural horror, I would say, but without giving too much away. It's like the same setting, small town, same time period, 80s, 90s. A group of young kids. You know, there's a goofy one, like Dustin. There's a more serious and leader one, like so.
Will that be all then? Why not? Better to be over prepared. Come back any time.
Wow, I have a rocket launcher. Alright, let's do this. Why so serious, Leon? So a little more about John Durgan's book before I get started here. So the main characters are Howie, Corey, Ryan, and what's the other kid's name? I'm always forgetting. Todd. Todd. Um, they're four kids. They're filming a movie in the woods, and they come across a grave site, and something happened. I'm trying not to give too much away here, but that's like the inciting incident in the book. They're filming in the woods, which no one is supposed to go towards, and they uncover something. Something happens to one of the kids in the book, and man, I'm trying to stay evil. I apologize. I'm trying to do the best I can here. So again, it's like Stranger Things. They go in the woods. They come across this grave site that was not to be disturbed. Something happens. Something specific happens to one of the boys in the group, and people around town start dying violently. Yeah, and like Stranger Things, they kind of make you fall in love with these characters, just like with Barbara in season 1 and Bob in season 2. They come across as these good people, very loyal to their friends, and then the villain strikes. The adults in this book, some of them you can trust, some of them are normal, some of them, as good as they seem, you still need to give a second glance at. It's hard to trust anyone in this book besides the main character, Howie, because he goes through a lot in his home life. He's a very sympathetic character. I was picturing Tom Holland's goofy Peter Parker when I read him. So that's sort of there. His other friend Ryan isn't very popular. He struggles with his weight. He gets picked on a lot in school. I mean, they all get bullied, but Ryan's a little more violent because he's poor and he's overweight. So, yeah. Then there's Corey. He's like the cool one in the group. A lot of more kids love him. He's like the closest one to getting a girlfriend. He's more like a leader than Howie is. Howie's more the front runner, but I think Corey has a little more authority over everyone. Here, let's do a little more exploring first. Oh crap.
You are nothing, if not unyielding, Mr. Kennedy. However, I'm afraid it ends here. Expel this intruder!
One down. Oh, señor. Que los vivos reciban tu juicio.
Whoa! Oh crap. Ow! Yeah, if you're a fan of Resident Evil 2, you'll like John Durgan's novel. If you like Resident Evil 4, you'll definitely like Jeff Menapace's Caleb 2. Oh my god.
Someone feel welcome.
Surprised I didn't kill him. Okay. You've lost your privileges. Whoa.
Shit! Need to drop some weight.
I gotta make some fun counter.
Body armor's... Not looking great.
Somos tu ganado. Oh, Señor. Somos tu martillo. Que nos que los vivos bendigan. Que los muertos se consagren al Señor. Oh, Señor. Somos
Man, how high does this thing go? Am I here? Jesus. Like anything worth collecting? No. I got like nothing. Ashley. Oh no, that's not Ashley. Wait, yes, Ashley.
Ashley. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, so let's talk about Jeff Menapace's. Well, we done with John Durgan? Let me think. Alright, before moving on. So, in a recap, as I've been saying, John Durgan's book, A Cursed Among Us, is for fans of Stranger Things. More supernatural than sci-fi. Involves a group of kids in about the same time period. You know, some of them have troubled home lives. There's a horrifying villain in it, and thing is, you kind of feel sympathy for the villain too, in a way. It's complicated. The town got the town in the book got plagued by a serial killer, I think 20 years prior, and the dude was burying his victims out in the woods. One of the victims was his own wife. The guy went to prison and he died there. And for 20 years, no one went in the woods. Present day, Howie, Corey, Ryan, and Todd are filming a horror movie in the woods. You know, in a way to get popular. Corey's trying to impress a girl. Todd's just happy to be hanging out with his friends and not stuck at his troubled home life. And they uncover a gravesite. The gravesite causes something to happen to one of the boys. Don't want to give too much away, but it's not good, and it is horrifying what's happening to the kid. Like, you really feel for him. It's really scary. The villain in this story is also scary. The way they are described, their features and everything. It's almost something out of like the video game The Evil Within or Resident Evil even. And yeah, it's a lot scarier than the monster in Stranger Things, and that includes Vector. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, um, and the kids are trying to stop this villain. They're trying to save their friend. They're trying to save the town because it's killing people. People are dying, and there is a sequel coming out to this book. I give it a 10 out of 10. I honestly think it was perfect. If it gets adapted one day, I'm going to watch the hell out of it. But yeah, this is a story Netflix should jump on, considering they're going down the toilet. I mean, yeah. Come up with better ideas before you raise your prices. Like, give us products we want. But yeah, John Durgan is definitely an author I will be following now, and you should too. Uh, so next we're going to talk about Jeff Menapace, and he is the author of many books, including the Bad Games series. The Bad Games is about the Lambert family. Mother, father, sister, brother, and the brother is very young. In the first book, I think he's 4. Um, Bad Games is 5 books long, and the book I'm talking about is Caleb Atonement. It is the second book in the Caleb series. It takes place years after the events of Bad Games. So if you don't want to be spoiled on for who lives and who dies in the Bad Game series, or any of the other stuff that happens, yeah, that is, you might want to read Bad Games first before you read Caleb, because Caleb will spoil things. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. It gives away who lives and who dies. Obviously Caleb lives because he's the main character in his own series. In his series, all the trauma he went through in the Bad Game series, where he confronted numerous serial killers who were very violent and very scary, it morphed him into the character he is in his own series. And that is a hitman. He's a lot like Dexter and John Wick. He's like Dexter because he has the urge to hurt and kill. He's like John Wick because um, he follows a code, sort of. Like, how John Wick would never hurt a dog, for instance? Um, or he's more peaceful in ways. I don't know, is John Wick really peaceful? You know what I'm trying to say. Um, Caleb makes sure his team that he helps him with his hit jobs, they vet each customer they have and make sure that they are only going after bad people. He will not go after a good person, for instance. In his first book and his second book in the Caleb series, each book starts with him going after a child predator. So you immediately fall in love with Caleb. You know that you would probably do the same thing he does. And yeah, so in the first book, Caleb comes across a case that sort of connects to the past, which leads him to a town called Noodle. I wrote about Caleb on my website, the book Rant, so you can go read the review there. I'm probably going to write an article for Caleb Atonement, the second book as well. But basically, it takes place, I think, a few months or a year after the first book. Caleb is still doing his thing. He's sleeping with his therapist. He's loving his puppy. And he's doing hit jobs. He's a psychopath, but he has a code. He tries to keep people at arm's length, but inside there is a heart in there. And what Caleb does is he goes out one day, he's at a bar drinking, and he does something that pisses off some very, very bad people. So that leads him to getting involved in another quest of taking down bad people who are after him. Just like John Wick, in all of John Wick's movies, people are after him. In Caleb's book, most of the time, people are after him too. Which is kind of cool because, in these crime novels, you're usually reading from the point of view of a director going after a villain. Caleb's not exactly a detective, and he's not so much a hero either, so let's play a little more before we go on. Yeah, I have like nothing. Ouch.
Battle on you, mate.
No, not yet.
Take a look. Something's bound to catch your eye. Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. That cash in your pocket. I don't always have this in stock, stranger. Better to be over-prepared. Am I right? Might want to take it. Welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? Might save your life. Knife needs care every once in a while. Could be the difference between life and death. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. You'll get some bang for your buck. I guarantee it.
Oh, so I can repurchase this stuff. Yeah, give me this back.
Oh, you cut through the crowd with that right there. Anything pleasant travels. Welcome. Without the necessary funds, I'm afraid we don't have a deal. A well-tuned weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's, that's the way to be. Well then, what can I do you for? A deal well struck.
Hehehe.
Don't get yourself killed now.
Yeah, and again, I play on assisted because I was playing standard. I think I went back to I think I went to assisted somewhere in chapter 11. Yeah. Because, I mean, guys, I buy a game to have fun, not to go crazy. I enjoy a challenge, but if it gets to be too much, then nah. So let's Caleb Lambert these guys. Oh, you know what? Actually, do I have that small grenade still?
Present for you.
Making me waste everything. Can I make some stuff yet? Yeah, I need that ammo. Here we go.
I have delivered the girl to you as promised. Do tell our Lord
Wait.
to not forget
This dude's working for
loyalty of his
Krauser?
servant, Ramon.
Ashley!
Such a fool, Mr. Kennedy. To have been bestowed with Lord Sadler's
You talk too much.
failed.
Oh, thank God! I've been waiting to do that. Oh, are we gonna
Civilized
fight this guy?
mongrel.
Yeah, there's no way that is the end of him.
Allow me to show you power has been granted by my master. The power of God. The stage is set for the final act.
What the heck is this guy?
You are nothing but an extra in my script, Mr. Kennedy. So don't get
Whoa, okay, okay.
to see me over.
Leave me out of your crappy script.
Well then, why don't you show me what a first-class script is like through your own actions? Is something amiss? The show has only just begun.
Oh, that was easy. Wait,
Ashley, no time to lose.
Yeah, so again, if you like games like this, if you like John Wick, if you like Dexter, you'll like Caleb. Start with the first book. If you want the whole background series and
Krauser,
everything,
where do you think you're taking her?
you gotta read Bad Names first. It's 5 books. If you want to just jump right into the John Wick type story, you don't mind some spoilers. If you don't plan on reading Bad Games, then go for that. Just get the Caleb series by Jeff Menepes. I'm going to have, when I publish this stream on YouTube, I will have I'll have the links for the books in the comments, so yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop the stream right here. Wish me luck. Again, I would rate A Cursed Among Us by John Durgan a 10 out of 10. Caleb, I won't say it's perfect because I still would like Jeff Menepes to show us more of the other characters in the book, like his team. We got to see a little bit of a couple of their lives, like outside the main story. We got like a taste of it, but you know, I would like to see more. I know it's Caleb's story, but it's nice to experience more of these characters. I mean, if that's not what Jeff is going for either, he's a great writer. I'm a huge fan of his. So that's just me. You know, and Jeff has written tons of other great books. So yeah, definitely check out his catalog. John Durgan too. I already have one of my next books to read that he does on there. So yeah, subscribe and share. Thank you.